A sudden flash of pain shot through my skull, sharp, blinding, like a needle driven behind my eyes. A memory surfaced, not a vision, not a dream, a truth. The night I carved the spiral, I wasn't alone. There were other children, their faces blurred, their voices overlapping. They whispered instructions. They guided my hand. But one voice stood out, a girl's voice, soft, sad, begging. "Don't leave me here." I gasped, the memory hitting me like a punch to the chest. I knew that voice. I had forgotten her. The house had made me forget her. But now I remembered her name, her face, her fear, and the moment I remembered her, the house reacted. The tendrils tightened violently, yanking me forward. The fissure roared. The shadow screamed. The house whispered. Too late. Ben wrapped both arms around my chest, pulling with everything he had. "Alex, don't you dare give up. Don't you dare." Maya grabbed a rusted metal pipe from the wall and swung it at the tendrils. The metal passed through them like smoke, but the tendrils recoiled, hissing. She swung again and again and again. Each strike made the tendrils flicker, their grip loosening for a split second. "Alex, move!" she shouted. I tried. God, I tried. But the house whispered, "Stay." And the tendrils surged upward, wrapping around my legs, my waist, my chest. Ben screamed, "No, no, let him go." Maya swung the pipe again, tears streaming down her face. "Alex, fight it, fight it." I felt myself slipping, not into the fissure, but into the memory, into the promise, into the house. The shadow leaned close, its hollow face inches from mine, and it spoke with the voice of the girl I had forgotten. "You left me." The basement vanished. The fissure vanished. Ben and Maya vanished. I was 12 again, standing in the basement, the spiral freshly carved. The children gathered around me, and the girl, the one whose voice haunted my dreams, stood at the edge of the circle. Her eyes were wide, her hands were shaking. She reached for me. "Alex, don't leave me here." I remembered what I said. I remembered the lie. "I'll come back for you." And then I ran. I left her. I left them all. I left the house, and the house never forgave me. The memory shattered. I gasped, choking on air, the tendrils tightening around my ribs. Ben shouted my name. Maya screamed. The house whispered, "Finish what you started." And the fissure opened wider. The heat surged upward. The shadow reached for me, and I realized the house didn't want to kill me. It wanted to keep me forever. The tendrils tightened around my ribs, squeezing the air from my lungs. Ben and Maya pulled harder, their hands slipping on my sweat-soaked arms, their voices cracking with panic. But I barely heard them, because the house was showing me her face again. The girl I left behind. Her eyes were wide, shimmering with tears. Her hair hung in tangled strands across her cheeks. Her small hands trembled as she reached for me. "Alex, don't leave me here." Her voice echoed through the basement, layered over the roar of the fissure, over the whispers of the house, over the pounding of my own heart. Ben shouted something. Maya screamed my name. But their voices were distant, muffled, like I was underwater. Because the house wasn't pulling me into the fissure. It was pulling me into the memory. I saw it clearly now. The night I carved the spiral, the children gathered around me, their shapes flickering like candle flames, their voices overlapping in a desperate chorus. They weren't trying to hurt me. They were begging me to stay, begging me to help them, begging me not to leave them alone in the dark. And she, the girl, was the only one who didn't whisper. She spoke. Soft. Broken. Terrified. "Alex, please." I remembered the way her fingers brushed mine, the way her eyes searched my face for reassurance, the way she clung to my sleeve when the house began to shift, when the shadows began to move, when the air grew hot and heavy. I remembered the moment I pulled away. I remembered the moment I ran. I remembered the moment the basement door slammed shut behind me, locking her inside. And I remembered the sound she made, a sound no child should ever make, a sound the house kept alive, a sound it played for me now. The memory shattered like glass. I gasped, choking on air, the tendrils tightening around my chest. The fissure roared beneath me, heat blasting upward, carrying the smell of earth and rot. Ben pulled with everything he had. "Alex, stay with us. Don't let it take you." Maya swung the metal pipe again, striking the tendrils. They flickered, recoiled, hissed, but they didn't let go. The shadow figure stepped closer, its form sharpening into something almost human. Its face flickered. The girl's face, then mine, then something hollow and ancient. It reached out a hand, not to grab me, to touch my cheek, to comfort me. "You left her." The words slid into my mind like a blade. I shook my head violently. "I didn't know. I didn't understand." The shadow leaned closer. "You promised." The fissure widened. The heat intensified. The house whispered, "Bring her back." Maya's voice cracked. "Alex, what does it want? What is it trying to do?" I swallowed hard, because I finally understood. "It doesn't want me," I whispered. Ben froze. "What?" "It wants her." The basement fell silent. Even the fissure stopped roaring. Maya's grip tightened. "Alex, she's gone. She's been gone for decades." I shook my head. "No, not to the house. It kept her. It kept all of them. It kept their memories alive." Ben's face twisted in horror. "So what? What does it want you for?" I looked at the shadow, at the girl's flickering face, at the tendrils wrapped around my chest. "It wants me to finish what I started," I said quietly. "It wants me to open the door fully. It wants me to bring her back." The shadow's voice slid into my mind. "You owe her." And the worst part, it was right. The tendrils surged upward, wrapping around my shoulders, my neck, pulling me toward the fissure. Ben screamed. Maya swung the pipe again. The basement shook violently. The house whispered, "Give her back." The fissure glowed brighter, red, then orange, then white hot. The shadow reached for me, and I realized the house didn't want to kill me. It wanted to use me, to finish the ritual, to open the door, to bring the girl back, or something wearing her face. The tendrils tightened around my chest until my ribs creaked. Ben and Maya pulled with everything they had, their fingers slipping on my arms, their voices raw from screaming. But the house didn't care. It had waited decades for this moment. It wasn't letting go. The fissure roared beneath me, heat blasting upward like the breath of something ancient. The shadow figure hovered above the spiral, its form flickering between shapes. The girl, me, the children, something older, something hollow. It reached out again, not to grab me, to claim me. "You owe her." The words slid into my mind like a hook. Maya swung the metal pipe again, striking the tendrils. They flickered, recoiled, hissed. But they didn't release me. Ben shouted, voice cracking, "Alex, don't listen to it. Don't let it in." But it was already in. It had been in me since I was 8. The shadow leaned closer, its hollow face inches from mine. Its voice was layered. The girl's voice, the children's voices, the deeper voice beneath them all. She waited for you. A memory slammed into me. The girl standing at the edge of the spiral, her small hands trembling, her eyes wide with terror. "Alex, don't leave me here." I remembered the way she reached for me. I remembered the way I pulled away. I remembered the way the basement door slammed shut behind me. I remembered her scream, and the house whispered. She never stopped screaming. The fissure pulsed, a deep resonant thud that shook the walls. Ben stumbled. Maya gasped. I felt the tendrils tighten again. The house wasn't punishing me. It was collecting. The shadow pointed toward the fissure. "Bring her back." Maya's voice cracked. "Alex, she's gone. She's been gone for decades." I shook my head. "No, not to the house." The house didn't let go of anything. Not memories, not promises, not children. Ben's face twisted in horror. "So what? What does it want you for?" I swallowed hard. "It wants me to finish the ritual." The shadow's form sharpened, its edges glowing faintly with the heat rising from the fissure. "Open the door." The basement shook violently, dust pouring from the ceiling. The fissure widened, revealing glimpses of something below. Shapes, faces, hands reaching upward. Not bodies, not spirits. Memories, living memories. The house had kept them alive, preserved them, fed them, and now it wanted me to join them. Or worse, to free them. The tendrils surged upward, wrapping around my shoulders, my neck, pulling me toward the fissure. Ben screamed. Maya swung the pipe again. The basement tilted toward the opening. The house whispered, "Give her back." The fissure glowed brighter, red, orange, white hot. The shadow reached for me, and I realized the house didn't want to kill me. It wanted to use me, to finish the ritual, to open the door, to bring the girl back, or something wearing her face. Maya's voice broke. "Alex, what do we do?" I looked at her, at Ben, at the shadow, at the fissure, and I understood the truth. The house didn't want a sacrifice. It wanted an exchange. The house didn't want a sacrifice. It wanted a trade. The moment I understood that, the tendrils around my chest tightened, not in anger, but in anticipation, like a hand closing around a gift it had waited decades to receive. Ben and Maya were still pulling, still screaming, still fighting the house with everything they had. But their voices were fading, swallowed by the roar of the fissure and the whispering chorus rising from below. The shadow figure hovered above the spiral, its form flickering between shapes. The girl, the children, me, something older, something hollow. It extended a hand toward me, not to drag me in, to offer something. "We will give her back." The words slid into my mind like a warm breath. Maya froze. "Alex, what does it mean? Give her back?" Ben's voice cracked. "Who is her?" I swallowed hard. "The girl," I whispered. "The one I left behind." The shadow's face flickered. Her face, pale and trembling, eyes wide with fear. She waited. The fissure pulsed beneath us, a deep resonant thud that shook the walls. "She waits still." The tendrils loosened slightly, enough for me to breathe, enough for me to hear the house clearly. "Bring her back." Maya shook her head violently. "Alex, no, this is manipulation. It's using your guilt." Ben pointed at the fissure. "There's nothing down there, but whatever the hell that is, it's not her." But the house whispered, "She is here." And I felt it. A presence, small, familiar, terrified. The same presence that whispered to me when I was 8. The same presence that begged me not to leave. The same presence that screamed when the basement door slammed shut. She wasn't gone. She was trapped. held in the house's memory, preserved, suspended, waiting. And the house was offering her back, for a price. The shadow pointed at the spiral carved into the floor. You opened the way. The fissure widened, glowing brighter. Now finish it. Maya grabbed my face, forcing me to look at her. Alex, listen to me. This thing, this house, it doesn't give anything back. It only takes. Ben nodded, tears in his eyes. It's lying. It's using your guilt to pull you in. But the house whispered, we do not lie. And the basement shook violently, dust pouring from the ceiling. The fissure glowed white-hot. The tendrils surged upward, wrapping around my shoulders again. The shadow leaned close. One for one. The words hit me like a punch. Maya's voice broke. Alex, what does that mean? I swallowed hard. It means if I want her back. My voice trembled. I have to take her place. Ben's face twisted in horror. No, absolutely not. You're not trading yourself for a ghost. But the house whispered, not a ghost. The shadow's form flickered, her face again, eyes shimmering with tears. A child? My chest tightened. The girl wasn't dead, not in the way humans understand death. She was trapped, suspended, held in the house's memory like an insect in amber, and the house was offering to release her. If I took her place. The tendrils surged upward, wrapping around my throat, my arms, my waist. Ben screamed. Maya swung the pipe again. The basement tilted toward the fissure. The house whispered, choose. The fissure roared. The shadow reached for me, and I realized. The house wasn't asking, it was demanding. One for one. The girl's voice echoed through the basement. Alex, please. And for the first time since I was 12, I didn't know if I could say no. The fissure widened with a deep guttural groan, like the earth itself was splitting open to breathe. Heat blasted upward, thick and humid, carrying the smell of soil, rot, and something older. The tendrils around my chest pulsed, tightening and loosening in a rhythm that matched the house's heartbeat. Ben and Maya were still pulling, still screaming, still fighting the house with everything they had. But their voices were fading, swallowed by the roar rising from below. Because something was climbing out. Not the shadow, not the tendrils, not the house's memory. Her, the girl I left behind. At first she was only a shape, small, trembling, flickering like a candle flame in a storm. Then the fissure brightened, and I saw her clearly. Bare feet, thin arms, hair tangled and matted, eyes wide and shimmering with tears that never fell. She looked exactly as she had the night I abandoned her. Not older, not changed, frozen in the moment I left her, suspended in the house's memory, waiting. Her voice rose from the fissure, soft and broken. Alex. My breath caught. Ben whispered, oh my God. Maya's hand flew to her mouth. She's real. But she wasn't. Not fully. She was a memory made flesh, a fragment of a child the house refused to release, a ghost of a moment that never ended, and she was reaching for me. The shadow figure hovered behind her, its form flickering between shapes. The children, the adults, me, something ancient. It extended a hand toward the girl, then toward me. One for one. The girl stepped closer, her bare feet hovering inches above the glowing fissure. Her eyes locked onto mine, pleading, accusing, terrified. You said you'd come back. My chest tightened. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Her voice cracked. You left me. The basement shook violently, dust pouring from the ceiling. The fissure roared. The tendrils surged upward, pulling me closer. Ben screamed, "Alex, don't go! Don't you dare!" Maya swung the pipe again, striking the tendrils. They flickered, recoiled. But they didn't release me. The girl reached out her hand, small, cold, shaking. "Take me home." The house whispered, "Trade." I looked at her, really looked at her. Her face wasn't just sad, it wasn't just scared, it was empty, hollow, like something had eaten away the parts of her that made her human. Her eyes shimmered, but not with tears, with hunger. The same hunger as the house, the same hunger as the shadow, the same hunger as the spiral. She wasn't the girl I left behind. She was what the house made of her. A lure, a memory, a trap. Ben shouted, "Alex, she's not real!" Maya screamed, "It's using her face!" But the girl whispered, "Please." And my heart broke. Because even if she wasn't real, even if she was only a memory, she was still suffering because of me. The tendril surged upward, wrapping around my throat, my waist, my legs. The fissure glowed white-hot. The shadow leaned close. "Choose." The girl reached for me again. "Take me home." Ben pulled harder. Maya screamed my name. The basement tilted toward the fissure, and I realized the house didn't want to kill me. It wanted to use me. To finish the ritual, to open the door, to bring her back, or something wearing her face. The house whispered, "One for one." And the girl whispered, "Please." And for the first time, I didn't know if I could say no. Do you want to know what happens next? If so, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because it really helps out the channel. If you want the next part of the story, comment next part in the comments. We have new stories releasing every day, so until then, haunt you later.